If a home has been listed for a while, are we allowed to bring a lowball offer? That is a question that many of the buyers that I work with ask me, and for good reason. My name is Stephanie Panay from the Realty Deal and Remax Escarpment in the Hamilton-Burlington area. Today I'm going to share a quick answer to that question. Can we lowball sellers if their house has been listed for a long time? The answer isn't as simple as yes or no. It depends on the market, and more importantly, it depends on the seller's motivation. When we're negotiating real estate, it really totally depends on the buyer's motivation and the seller's motivation. If the seller has been listed already for 3 months and they haven't got any offers, they haven't sold, nothing's fallen apart, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the house, those are many conceptions that can happen that there's something wrong with the house if it's been listed for a long time. But that's my job to do some digging on the property and ask the listing agent if they have received any offers and if they fell through and why they fell through. If they fell through on home inspection, there might be a couple red flags, but maybe we can deal with it. So I think the bottom line of if the seller's home has been listed for a really long time, sure, they might be more motivated to sell, especially if they already bought another property. If the seller's if they bought before they sold, then they're going to be under the gun to sell their house. So they might be willing to do a price reduction in order to get the closing date that they need to get their funds to buy their next property. If the seller perhaps inherited the property from a family member, they're not really paying any holding costs and they're just waiting to get the price that they want, they're not a very motivated seller because there's no reason for them to sell other than their big payday. So I think that it totally depends on the seller's motivation if they're going to be willing to look at a lowball offer. Can we bring them a lowball offer? Absolutely. We can bring anybody a lowball offer if they've been listed for 1 day or a month. But the longer the days on market, typically the more the seller is willing to negotiate the purchase price depending on their motivation. So negotiating real estate all has to do with your motivation as a buyer and the seller's motivation as well. And it's my job to try and negotiate and find a win-win for everybody. So I hope that helps. I love writing offers. It's one of my favorite parts of my job other than getting them accepted. So I'm happy to write an offer, and again, it depends on the house and the market at that time, and of course, most importantly, the seller and the buyer's motivation. So I hope that helps. Every deal is different, so I know this isn't a black and white answer, but we'll really only know when we put an offer in on the property that you want. So if you're ready to start shopping, I'm happy to help. Thanks so much for thinking of me when you think of real estate.